and stand around hoping that you try something so that they can ease the tedium by beating you up. They're welcome to try. I've seen guards dressed like that and they're not so tough. Temple of Egla. Can't talk to it. It's just something I can look at. Why can I look at it, but I can't interact with it? Got some spiritual herbs there. Hey, dude. Talking to Rhodes. It's hard to figure out what's the most memorable about this priest. His wild hair, wild gaze, or the huge mallet at his belt. Welcome, children. I'm Rhodes. He slaps you on the shoulder with one hand and keeps the other hand near his mallet. You're a holy man. You can do healing, right? Looks very insulted. Healing? I'm a warrior. I cracked heads, not patch them up again. Well, then where might we get healed? Try the Tower of Magi. There's an old woman there, he snorts. A priestess. She can heal you. Okay. What sort of priest are you? I spread the word of Elgar. Never heard of him. A mighty warrior deity. One with the wisdom to realize that knowledge is best let into a skull after cracking it first. Rude. It's not subtle, but it gets the job done. Plus he teaches us great warrior magic. What sort of magic? Incantations to crush your vile foes. We long to spread this wisdom. I can teach you the ritual for a small donation of magic. Sure. Anatomy. Oh, I know what anatomy does, but that is really pricey. Sounds like a mighty deity. Oh, he is, a mighty brute who can slay any mortal being. If you ever are alone in battle, pray to Elgar. He will provide you with victory, or alternatively, a less agonizing death. Good to know. I see they're not the standard deity anymore. There's no dude skulking behind the church now. Bonk. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I can do about this situation. Yeah, because I can do that. Really need to get her some arrows, but I haven't found a place that sells arrows yet, and I don't want to waste the blessed arrows on just ordinary generic dudes. Oh, come on. They can't possibly have line of sight on us here. Looks like they cleared out the webs. No, they didn't. Swarm him! Oh, he didn't slow. Well, that was your mistake. Silver ring. Pants and sandals. That was an interesting little encounter. Larion are getting frisky. Sneaking into towns. Ooh, bow store. Like to buy some archery supplies, yes I would. Where did those blessed arrows go anyway? Did I sell them on accident? I might have. Maybe I didn't loot them. I don't know. All I know is I want some iron arrows. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Thank you. That's enough of her weight dedicated to arrows. And you. What kind of weapons do you have? A steel spear, 2 through 20 plus. Not as good as my fine slith spear, so... Ooh, an iron pike is better, almost. If it was a steel pike... Oh, you had steel arrows! You probably don't have many steel arrows. Talking to Matt. Matt keeps me... Let's start this over. Making conversation with you, occasionally pausing to wave at the woman and child at the far end of the bazaar. Oh, so they've, I guess I missed out on his intro. What do people use your weapons to fight? Undead, for the most part. Murtis is a real problem with the Walking Dead, wandering around outside. Undead around here? Where are they from? It's a cave to the northeast. Nasty place. Powerful evil curse on it. Creates undead. We don't know how. We're well organized, though, so we can usually dispatch some random ghouls and zombies without losses. It would be wonderful if some adventurers would find a way to stop the flood of undead, but I'm not too hopeful. No mention of the guys that went in there last time and stopped it for a while, anyway. Slowed it down. What's your business? Weapons at the bazaar. Merchants are good customers. Take it the merchants around here need protection. Between brigands, Nephilim, and undead, Empire patrols, and rogue sliths, they need all the arms they can get. Got 34 of them. Running out of space on their torso. There's a woman sitting behind this counter concentrating, amazingly intently on mixing some reagents. She finishes what she's doing and turns her attention to you. I'm Minhara. Welcome. What you making? Grinds some dried poison glands as she talks. I make tools and poisons for merchants. I trade with them a lot. What do they need poison for? Poison is for killing pests and attackers. They need all sorts of things. Locks and tools for locks. You know what? Want to purchase anything? Do you like the merchants? Good fellows. They're good customers. I need a ring. A gold ring. Nothing fancy. A simple band will do. I'll pay a really good price for it. I'd get one from the merchants, but they never seem to have one. So she wants a gold ring. We found lots of silver rings, but not a gold one. And their child is now an actual child. Doesn't want to talk, though. Might be a toddler, and incapable of talking. This must be a tavern. Nope, it's the auction house. Talking to Elmer. He's an old man with sparse hair. His clothes are heavily worn and have many stains and rips. The man has clearly spent many years working hard. Shakes her hand firmly and says gruffly, I'm Elmer. There's just a large cut on his arm. What happened to your arm? There's some bugs in the silos outside of town. Points to the northwest. Nasty. Never seen their like before. They got me. They're still in the silo. Been trying to get someone to get rid of them. We'll get them for you. I think I know what they are. They're in the north silo, just outside the city walls. Be careful, they're nasty. I'm sure I know exactly what they are. We've fought them before. Pretty sure we're going to be saying hi to some praying mantis-looking birds. Reach over and walk into the cramped silo. Bags of dried mushrooms and ground mushroom meal heaped haphazardly to either side. The smell is so thick you can taste the stuff. It's bitter. Suddenly a cloud of dried mushroom dust. A bunch of huge hungry insects wiggle out of the bags of meal. They're through with plants. They're hungry for meat. Yep. Shipwrecks. There we go. We can just finish this guy off right now. There we go. Done and done. I want to check this one too. Okay. Oops. Hey, guy. Killed those bugs for you. They're shitwrecks. They're from the lower caves. I appreciate it. That was a real kindness. He leaves and returns a few minutes later with some arrows. These were from my soldier days. Been keeping them around. Maybe you can make good use of them. Good luck to you. Tell the other farmers about those chitracks, as you called them. They could be a real problem. Sarash got some arrows. What kind? Arrows of light. Definitely want to keep a hold of those. And that's an secondary gate. It's a weak point in the city's defense system. Merchant's Inn. A vacancy. Just for me. Jugs, bowls, spoons, flagons. Ooh, a free jug of cheap wine. That was probably not intentional. Hey, guy. Cronan. The bartender, Ian. This bar is tended by a short man with long curly hair and a friendly face. I'm Cronan. Welcome to the Merchant's Inn. What can I get at this inn? Hauling shrooms across Avernum is thirsty work. You can buy mugs of mushroom mead for 3 coins. You can also get a room for 5 coins. You'll be in the commons, though. Private room is occupied. Who's in there? Some mage. He goes to where the prisoners are, and then comes back here. Does it 3 times a day. Seems a weirdie. But it's none of my business as long as he pays. Why does he go to see the prisoners? I don't know. Something about finding passes. I think. Go see him. He said that if adventurers drop by, he'd like to talk to them. He's in one of the back rooms. Okay. Commons. Knock, knock. That's how I knock. Hey. It's a figure pacing nervously back and forth in the shadows of this room. You look closer. It's a thin man in mage's robes. I am Kaleen. Why did you just kick my door down? That's how I knock. Why are you sitting alone in the dark? I've heard of you, in voice to the, Vanatai. If you weren't who you are, I wouldn't forgive your intrusion on my privacy. Instead, you might be able to help me, and us all. We're trying to find out about the passes. I'd love to help. What are these passes you mentioned? I'm here to question the prisoners and find out about the Empire's passes. The passes are scrolls given out by the Empire's forces down here, which let you into different areas they control. They're worst to best, red, blue, and gray. I want to find a gray pass, and I think the prisoner here knows where it is. Going to interrogate the prisoner? I'm trying. The darn bureaucrat in charge won't let anyone in to see him. I keep trying, but she just won't budge. He's in one of the cells in the building to the east. But if someone stealthy and strong like you could find one of the gray passes, they could get far into Empire lands. Empire-occupied Avernum lands, you mean? Okay, that's all he has to say. Hint, hint. Knock. This is the yard where the Empire prisoners are stored. Here they wait to be traded for Avernite prisoners or otherwise dealt with. Dirty sleeping mats are scattered around the feeble bonfire. A few prisoners stare at you listlessly. A beggar. A beggar. I don't think they're the Empire prisoners. They're just beggars. Knock. Maybe they are. Hey, Cairno. Surface Worlder prisoner looks at you defiantly. You can hear her name. You ask her name, she frowns. Cairno, Private, 3rd Cavern Corps, 357. I want to talk to you. She looks you up and down. I have nothing to say, rebel worm. Not a rebel. I'm a citizen of Avernum, not of the Empire. Whatever, you can do what you want to break me, but I'm an Empire soldier. That much is obvious. She spits. We're tough enough to take living in these caves, and we're tough enough to take you. That's all I have to say. Do what you want. Thanks. Gorb. Listless Empire soldier wanders around this filthy courtyard. Some of his skin color from the surface world is still intact. Ask his name. I'm Gorb. What do you want? Not much, just passing through. I'm a prisoner here, just hoping to get out of these foul caves alive. Don't like it here, I take it. How can you all live down here? It's heck! I've only been down here 2 months, and I think I'm going to go nuts if I don't see sunlight soon. Why did you come down here? Volunteered to come down here because they promised money and adventure. Instead, I get cold, wet caves and crummy mushroom food all the time. And all to fight a bunch of regular folks who are just trying to do all they can to live down here. If I could take back coming down here 1,000 times, I'd take back coming down here 1,000 times, and that's no joke. There's something you can help me with. Gorb looks at you as if trying to decide whether you're going to torture him or not. He looks worried, but he also looks like he hasn't been eating much. What else do you want? Oh, I can't ask him about the passes? Come on. Was I supposed to, accept a quest? He seems cooperative. Maybe I have to talk to the bureaucrat first. The prisoners are making a break for it. Okay, I can't get into the security room. I could try picking it. Didn't think so. I could put the prisoners back into their prison cell by leaving and coming back. Doesn't look like there's a mayor here anymore. The mayor was in here, but there's no mayor there anymore. Just the old dude that asked me to deal with the Chitrex. Surprised nobody mentioned the Ariana. They'd killed somebody. Oh, you. Lynn. A huge warrior with a greatsword at her belt sits behind an amusingly small desk. I'm Commander Lynn. I'm in charge of the guards in Myrtis. Are you busy? No, I look after the prisoners mainly and do paperwork. She looks at her desk with distaste. What sort of prisoners do you have? Empire soldiers. This is where the prisoners are brought for questioning. The yard to the north is for grunts. The cells to the east are for detainees with special information. Ah, so the ones to the east are the ones that have things. Can we see the special detainees? Shakes her head. Sorry, there's a VIP. Very important prisoner. In there, nobody gets in to see her without orders, no matter what clearance they are. I don't make the rules, I just kill those who try to break them. She pats her greatsword meaningfully. What sort of forms do you have to fill out? Every kind. Forms this, forms that. 3 forms for each new soldier, 5 for each dead one. I'd rather be going out on missions. Instead, I assign them. Any missions for us? Miles? Glad you asked. There's a bunch of bandits hiding in a fort somewhere in the Honeycomb. They have some sort of mage helping them. We can find their lair, but we can't get in. Get in there, wipe them out, and you'll be rewarded. Why do we have so much bureaucracy in Avernum? Simple. Our government is run by bureaucrats banished from the surface. Why did the Empire